Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel. Peter likes books. Okay, let's get right into this original tag video called the world's laziest book tag video. Rule number one, you have to do it in the laziest place possible. So for me, that's my car. Whenever I'm being lazy and I'm filming, I'm in my car. You can't change your outfit and look real hot and real good and all that kind of stuff. I know all you booktubers out there want to be glamazons, but no, you can't do that today. No lights, no none of that special stuff, okay? You just have to film it as is. So this is kind of like a tag video when you don't know what else to film. You put this tag video up, okay? So you can save it for a little bit. I'm going to tag about 50 people, maybe, I don't know. So I may just tag 2. But this is the video that you're going to do when you have no other video to throw up. You're going to come to the world's laziest tag video, the original, right here. Okay, that was my thumbnail. So anyway, baby, it don't get real deep on this channel, all right? I have made up, I think, 10 questions. Listen, I've been wanting to do a tag video forever, okay? And I did the, if you go back, you can find it. I did the scavenger hunt when I went to the library, and I did this very extensive scavenger hunt that was difficult for a lot of people. But you didn't go to the library, you did it on your shelves, and it doesn't really work the same. So anyway, but I wanted to do an original tag video for the longest time. And I'm always kind of like, oh, but all these people, like, they put so much time and effort into it, and they do this and that, and the perfect coffee, and the perfect, and I'm like, just do it, okay? It's just a tag video. It's not that deep, right? And I love tag videos. I just wrote down these questions. I didn't really think about any answers to them. So you're supposed to, like, read them, not read them first. Don't come up with the answers. Just clear your head just off the top of your, off the top of your head, answer these questions. So are you ready? I mean, they're not really about being lazy. They're just questions I came up with that I think are fun that I haven't heard on a bunch of other videos. So let's just get into this. Number 1. What is one book or series that you would force your enemy, if you have one or had one, to read? I think for me, I would force them to read the 50 Shades of Grey series, trilogy. I mean, there's so many spin-offs of it now, right? Like, they've had, like, this version and that. But anyway, I would force them to read My Enemy, of which I'm sure I have some out there, that people that don't like me. I would force them to read the 50 Shades of Grey book, because once you're in it, it's like an animal trap in the woods. This happened to me one time when I was a kid. I got my foot stuck in, or my hand stuck in an animal trap. Once you're in it, you can't get out of it, okay? Like, you have to read it to find out what's gonna happen, even if you don't want to. Like, but it's not that, Anastasia. So that's the one that I would force my enemy to read. Number 2, this is totally chicken scratch, by the way. What's a book you've tried to read several times but will probably never finish? For me, that would probably be Helter Skelter. I have tried to get into that book so many times. It's literally sat on my kitchen counter for 1.5 years now. I like read 5 pages and then I start it over, and then I get to the same spot that I was before, and then I stop. And I really want to read Helter Skelter, but it probably just is never going to happen. So, number 3. What's a book a close friend recommended to you that you ended up loving? So for me, I would say my best Judy, Tanya. Hey, Tanya. She doesn't watch any of my booktube videos. Don't you hate that when even your closest friends don't watch your videos? My best Judy, right before I was going to Mexico, she said, I was like, I want to take a book, but I want to take a book that I literally cannot put down. And she goes, you need to read Leanne Moriarty's Big Little Lies. It's so good. And I was like, well, I was just going to watch the series. She's like, you've got to read the book. I tore through that book. It was fantastic. I literally could not put back down Big Little Lies. So for me, that would be Big Little Lies. Number 4, what book in the last year took you the longest to read? Well, I just finished Traffic, the sequel to Tricks by Ellen Hopkins, but that wouldn't be it. I would say Summer Days and Summer Nights. Well, maybe Helter Skelter, but Summer Days and Summer Nights, edited by Stephanie Perkins, because I'm still reading it. It's been a year. It's been over a year now. Okay. What is the fastest book? I can't even read my own writing for my original tag video. Screw it. What is the fastest book you've read in the last 5 years because it was so good? Well, for me, that was definitely Big Little Lies. I was so pissed because I always take like 3 books on vacation and then I never even end up reading the first one. And so I only took 1 book this time because I was like, I'm going to be in Mexico. I'm going to be with my husband. We're going to be on the beach, by the pool all day long. We're going to be taking naps since I'm not going to read. And I literally finished it in 2.5 days and there was nothing else there to read. I was so pissed. Such a great book. Okay. Number 6, clear your head. First 3 books at the top of your head. Okay, I knew the question, so I'm going to try to clear my head. Dumpling, Lord of the Flies, Razor's Edge. I don't know why that last one came in there, but... Okay. Number 7. 777's at the casino. Last book you will admit you skimmed just to finish. Do y'all do this when you're just like, I have to finish this book, so you just skim it? Mine would be The Mistletoe Christmas or whatever by Richard Paul Evans. I mean, I'm reading this Christmas book in July, okay? Like, let's just be for real. The Christmas Wish, the Christmas Wreath, the Christmas Present, I don't know what it was called. It was okay. I ended up giving it 4 stars and saying that if I read it during Christmas, it would have been really good. It was okay. Number 8, but I skimmed like the last half of it. Number 8. I should call this the world's worst book tag is what I should call it. Oh, I think that's actually what I'm going to change this to. So now when you have an original book tag video and you get to the end of it and you decide that you're going to change the tag video, that really is the world's worst book tag video. Because you don't even know what you're doing. Okay, number 8. What author, if they secretly dropped a book tomorrow, like pulled a Beyonce, would you go out and have to buy immediately and start reading ASAP and put all your other books down? For me, I mean, I love Julie Murphy that wrote Dumpling, and I just read Ramona Blue by her, but I think for me, it would definitely be, this is such a corny answer, but I don't care, John Green. If John Green came out with some secret book tomorrow, now I know he has a new book coming out, but if tomorrow he came out with a secret book, I mean, like, and it was like a sequel to The Fault in Our Stars, oh my God, I would get it and read it. I'd just cancel out my day and be like, baby, it's a Fault in Our Stars day today. Okay, number 9, favorite book or type of book to read in bed, and favorite book or type of book to read by the pool. Well, my favorite type of book to read by the pool are those like Jackie Collins, Leanne Moriarty books. Those, like, you know, they're not like real deep, but they're like, you know, you get to learn about the characters or some kind of mystery that weaves through it. I love all that. Now, my favorite kind of book to read in bed is horror. I don't know why. Horror. People always think I'm talking about horrors up in here. There ain't no horrors up in the house. We're up the holes in the house. Okay, no, there's none of those up in here. Not in my world's worst booktube, book tag video, whatever it's called at this point. Horror novels like Dean Koontz. I was gonna say Dean R. Koontz. Dean Koontz. Is there an R in there? I can't say Stephen King because I haven't really read any of him. Richard Layman. Like, I read a lot of Richard Layman. Laying in my bed late at night. And actually, right now I'm reading one called Cruel Sacrifice by him, I think. Oh no, that's the Shanda Shear documentary. How could I ever forget? I don't know what this book is called that I'm reading. But it's like a scary book about these people that go hiking in the woods. Here, I'm pulling it up on Kindle right now so I can tell you what it's called. It is No Sanctuary. So I like to read that stuff, and then I'm real scared, and then I have to call my dog Pee-Pee, and I go, Pee-Pee, I'm so scared. And then he like lays down next to me, and then everything's really sweet, right? Okay, number 10, a book you would give to your best friend and force them to read. Well, this question is interesting, that the person that made the tag, me, came up with. Because my good Judy Tanya, she does not read. She reads all the time, but she does not read young adult. She hates young adult. She cannot get into young adult. And she actually bought me, because I had listened to it on Audible, she bought me my physical copy version of Dumpling. Now, it would be really easy for me to say that I would have everybody read, like, To Kill a Mockingbird, because I think everybody should. But doesn't everybody read To Kill a Mockingbird, like, in 7th grade English anyway? So I think for me, I would definitely have everybody read, well, maybe The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas this year. But overall, I think I would pick Dumpling, just because it's such a great book. But The Hate You Give, no, scratch that. I would pick The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I think it's such an important book to read. It like surpasses just being a young adult book. It's so phenomenal. It has such life lessons in it. I think it's so timely right now. So I would make everybody read The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, because I think it needs to be read. I think it needs to be taught in schools. I think it's such an important book to read. So that is all 10 questions. I will list them below for the world's worst book tag video. And I'm going to tag so many people in this, so just check below and see who I was thinking of. What's your favorite emoji? Mine's a detective. Anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.